Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, first off, I want to apologize if we butcher any canon ahead of time. And if you have any complaints of what we do butcher, please send your direct messages to Alfred Dean because he isn't here today and he can respond. But we're basically playing a mashup. Let's call it Spaceballs meets Mall Rats meets Star Wars. It's called Sector 57. I think we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a lot of fun. A special shout out to Monica and Andrew Marlowe from Marlowe House for setting this up, and James Walls for Living for Crits for running a great Ewok adventure earlier today. And I guess we're going to close it out. So I'm going to start it off and say, hey, I'm Anthony. I'm one of the founders of the Cypher Unlimited. The Discord server, we're going to provide the link down below for you. But I'm going to move it on to Gecko.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Omar, better known as Gecko around the CU. Very happy to be here. Today I'm going to be playing the droid IC-42. And,
nice.
Yeah, IC-42 used to be a lowly directory droid, but an absent-minded service person upgraded him by mistake. So now I have a critical thinking circuit, and I keep doubting everything. I avoid work as much as I can, and we'll see where that gets us.
And real quick, Gecko, what's your sentence?
My sentence is I am a droid speaker who doesn't do much.
Oh, that's awesome.
Every droid ever.
Eric.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eric Frankhouse from Eric Frankhouse Presents, also an asset team person for Monty Cook Games. I am playing Richard Lovehand, Director of Human Resources. Awesome. We know this. There's no way this is going to go well. You're letting me play a charismatic person who gets to make decisions for other people. And my sentence for him is, Richard Lovehand is an empathetic speaker who negotiates matters of life and death. And 401, is that what it says?
Oh, and 401ks.
Oh, and 401ks. I also deal with your 401ks. I know that this place is probably going to blow up eventually, so no one's getting them anyway.
That's very important. This is going to be awesome. I like the direction we're heading already. Steven, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Steven, and I'm also Steven on CU, so it makes it nice and easy here. I am Andy Allen. I am a janitor who is obsessive and idolized by millions.
Ooh.
And it's because I have this video blog that goes on, I show people how to clean different vessels and sections and extremely small sections and stinky sections. I can grout tiles in Vader's suite better than any droid you will ever come across. And my videos are so sought after. I have so many fans. In fact, I have my own little entourage come with me. I have a guy who's doing a documentary of me. I am going to the Death Star to help them with some of their own sanitation issues. I got some robots that hang around me. I got some, even some of the stormtroopers look up to me. So you know what? I'm going to keep this vlog going, and we'll see where it goes from here. Because the Death Star, I mean, come on, this is premiere. This is premiere.
There's just a little rumor that you're a world famous E-tuber, the Empire's YouTube.
Also, it's not Ewok tube.
I mean, that's what we call it in the high office. But
last but not least, my brother from another mother, Ancient Al.
Yeah, so you said it. I'm Ancient Al, Ancient Albatross, or Al, if you know me. I'm playing as a Wookiee barber. Well, a very well trimmed Wookiee. From a distance he might look scruffy, but up close you see there's very intricate feathering and layering going on in his fur, and he is a Wookiee explorer who helps their friends. He goes by the name of Froror, which is very hard to pronounce for most people. So on his most of his paperwork, they call him Foray, F-U-R up the E with a little accent on it. It was the only way he would accept a nickname is if it would look as fancy as that. for so yeah,
Sounds-
Got all these swirls and stuff and tails on it.
Sounds awesome. Having a Wookiee barber, a stylist. I'm sorry, you're not a barber. You're a stylist.
Yeah, so that's what better put.
So, if anything else, I think we could get started. Is everybody ready?
Yeah,
Ready as I'm gonna be.
we're good.
Try. Let's go.
All right. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, the Galactic Republic has disbanded and crumbled, and from its ashes arose the Empire. It has ruled the galaxy by force and fear, bending any and all planets to its will. But rumors of a rebel resistance has surfaced, and the majority of the galaxy has already settled back to their day-to-day lives. Here's where we're going to begin our story. The four of you guys are all employed or contracted by the Empire and are working on the Emperor's crown jewel, the Death Star. We're going to open our game with the Star Destroyer Accuser fast approaching a small moon, but we all know it isn't a moon. As his engines slow down, you see two small shuttles start heading directly to the Death Star. We open in one of the shuttles. We see Andy sitting with an entourage, patiently waiting for one of the officers to come and to check his paperwork. And behind him, how does Andy look?
Well, Andy is, an older gentleman. It's kind of like Andy has, it's probably in his, 50s, nearing 60. I just know, retirement will be sometime in the future. But got some orange overalls that they are brand new. They have been shined. They have been laundered. They've been cleaned. In fact, I think they might have bought me some brand new ones just to hold on there. Got kind of a bald spot going on down the back, a bit of the Homer Simpson hair on the side going there, and just got the bags under the eyes from the countless hours that I have spent doing this hard labor for the Empire. This very important hard labor no one else seems to be willing to do.
This shuttle usually has seating for maybe about 40 people, but for some odd reason there is only you, your entourage, what looks like a young lieutenant of the Empire, and a Wookiee. And what does the Wookiee look like?
So the Wookiee is sitting there. Wookiees are quite large. This was a very large humanoid figure sitting, covered in fur, sitting down in one of the... We're on the shuttle, right?
Yes.
So sitting in one of the seats. He's not really paying anyone any mind. He looks like he's buckled in, or however you buckle in a spaceship. He's following protocol. He likes rules and order. So he has his seatbelt in, the secure right way. I explained it a little bit earlier, but from far away he looks like any other Wookiee, covered in fur. But upon closer inspection, you see his fur is all. I'm not a stylist in real life, but all layered and feathered, or whatever the terms are. It looks very nice and well taken care of, bouncy, manageable, soft. And instead of wearing clothing or anything, he's a big hulky furry guy. He just has he likes to feel fancy, so he has still has a dress collar with a little bow tie on. It's basically what it looks like. And he's sitting there and he's essentially examining his claws, making sure they're clean. He might have a little file out, smoothing the edges. He's trying to look super presentable.
As you looking at your fingernails and trying to look as immaculate as you possibly can, you notice that the young lieutenant is looking over your shoulder, and he says, "Is that him? I reckon that is him." And he starts patting you on your shoulder. You know what I'm talking about? Is that him? He looked like one of them E-tubers.
And because, again, I wasn't paying attention before at all. I was more in my own world, making myself whatever. When he mentions that, I look over and I see him. I see Andy sitting there, and I get a wide-eyed look on my face because me being all about cleanliness and order, I actually have seen his YouTube video or his YouTube videos. So I kind of excitedly out of character, but I don't actually get up or say anything. Like, and I'm kind of like in contained excitement with this gentleman. Like,
you ain't much of a talking type, are you? He gets up and he goes, shoot, I'm just gonna go ask him.
I just sit there like,
he walks around your row and he stands directly in front of Andy, almost to the point where he's violating his personal space. And he, ain't you one of them YouTubers, E-tubers?
Yeah, I do a little bit of that. Have you seen my show?
I reckon I might have. What do you do? Are you one of them cooks? You do some cooking show or some cleaning show or something like that? But I know I've seen you.
I have won the Nebula Award for cleaning and sanitation within the Empire.
Whoa, that's some heavy duty stuff there.
It is. I show people how to better clean their barracks, their garbage chutes, their bathrooms. The thing is, before I was around, there was absolutely no sanitation here in the entire Empire. Did you know that I started off as a stormtrooper?
Plum don't say.
I started
one of them stormtroopers?
Started off as a stormtrooper.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where my man is? And he sticks his hand out. He goes, my name is Ima.
Ima what?
Lieutenant Ima Moranis. And he sticks his hand out.
All right. I'll shake his hand.
Mr.
Moranis?
You were going to say something?
I was saying it's nice to have a fan.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan for right. I didn't know what you was doing, but I'm a fan. I know you one of them YouTubers. Also, too, you want to hear a little secret?
I'll lean in a little bit closer.
I'm pretty big around this here parts. My Uncle Willie does big things.
What does Uncle Willie do?
You don't know Uncle Willie? My Uncle Willie is, you see him look around even though there's no one else besides the three of you and your entourage. He goes, my Uncle Willie, he's Governor Tarkin.
He's Willie Tarkin?
No, his name ain't Willie. His real name is Will Huff Tarkin. But, since he's my uncle and all, I call him Uncle Willie.
Okay. Well, maybe so what is your Uncle Willie be bringing you to the Death Star for?
Who knows what? I'm probably gonna be doing. I'm probably gonna have destroying planets and stuff. Like it's me. Ima. Uncle Willie takes care of Ima. I wouldn't be surprised if they get rid of Lord Vader and put me in his spot.
I don't think that. I'm leaning a little bit closer. I don't want to say this too loud, but when I was cleaning Emperor Palpatine's bathroom, I swear to you, golden toilet. The man has a golden throne in his bathroom. And he was in there while I was cleaning, and I heard him talking that he's looking for somebody to replace Vader.
Oh, that probably gonna be me. I'm not gonna. I don't like to toot my own horn, but it's gonna be me. I'm telling you.
Some of the other lieutenants, they push that guy around. They need somebody tough, somebody can stand up.
No, I reckon I'm gonna have to work hard. So I figured maybe 4-5 weeks tops, and I'm in the top spot. I really got to put the work in, though. I understand I got to put the work in, though.
Is this guy from Detroit? This sounds like everyone I worked with.
Oh, boy.
Well, Ima, when you're at the top, don't forget me. Don't forget old Andy.
Am I on the YouTubes now? And you see him start waving at the cameraman. And as that happens, we pan into a waiting area, and we see various people, and it's surprising. It's usually empty around this time, especially when new employees and recruits come in. There's usually not anyone there to greet them, but for some reason there seems to be a lot of activity going on today. I don't know. You guys hear some music?
I hear it.
Yeah, let me load that.
That's not that loud.
Fine. You see a lot of activity, especially of the female persuasion. That you see several young officers and lieutenants, and you hear them all whispering. I hear that he's on. He's coming on the first shuttle. And they giggling to themselves. You also see a couple of the operations facilities detail fixing one of the vending machines off to the corner. And in the center of the room, you see Richard Lovehand. And what does Richard Lovehand look like?
Richard Lovehand is clean, hawkish features. He's wearing that classic, not quite top of the rung Star Wars uniform, but right below the person who's usually getting choked out by Vader in the side scenes. Yeah, he's got a couple of bars on him, and he's talking to a person about how nepotism in the workplace is not okay.
The person he's talking to is a droid, IC-42.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
Somebody's dying. What does IC-42 look like?
So IC-42 is somewhat similar to what everyone should know as 3PO, but he's a bit shorter and he's not golden. He's actually black, like the imperial black kind of thing, but certainly not as polished. Certainly not. It certainly looks like it's just like a lower level droid, but it does have the same kind of features as C-3PO in a way. It's a bipedal. It's a bipedal droid.
Your ass all scraped up from constantly sitting and doing nothing.
Absolutely. Spit shine.
Yeah, I figured. Like all black and just a polished chrome butt.
Darn right.
I can see you sit a lot.
The laziest droid in the galaxy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have a data pad that you hand to Richard. And Richard this is usually below Richard's station, meeting new recruits. But you have 3 high-profile recruits that are arriving today that requires your attention.
So I would flip through the data pad looking at these high-profile, whoever passed it down saying, these are high-profile people, you need to be there to meet them.
Yeah,
Who are these high-profile people?
As soon as you flip through the profile, you see the 3 names are in bright red. And the first one says Pharrell, Wookie Stylist.
Oh, God.
And there's a side note that it says unknown, but contracted by Lord Vader.
Oh. Okay.
You see Lieutenant Ima Moranis. And then you see Andy Allen. And you were aware of this one because you actually signed the paperwork for him to come here. And it's a series of E2 vlogs. And he was actually brought here to film a special episode that he's doing of Extreme Makeover because you've been having issues in your compactors system.
I see. So we hired a janitor to come here and make this a cleaner place. That's great. And here I am having to do onboarding process for a Wookiee who feathers his fur, a janitor, and whoever this other person that I'm going to ask them how to pronounce their name so I do not offend them.
As you say that, your data pad, starts to hum like you have an incoming holo call.
Blink.
It's Governor Tarkin.
Oh, hello, Tarkin. What can I do for you today, sir?
I hope everything is going well.
Well, the new recruits are on the way in. I am here and ready to meet them, like I was assigned.
Very good, very good. I have 3 urgent matters that I want to discuss with you before the recruits arrive.
No, okay. Is this part of their onboarding process or something else?
One of them is the first. I don't know if you know this, but I have a nephew. And,
I did not know.
It's my sister's son, and the kid means well, but she begged me, and I signed him to the Death Star. I have a favor to ask.
Sure, General Tarkin.
Could you please keep that idiot as far away from me as possible?
I see. How does compactor duty sound?
Oh, yes, yeah. But just make sure that he doesn't get hurt.
Oh, I will find something for him. Non-injury, but far from General Tarkin. And I make a note in the pad. No problem. Can I ask you, how do you pronounce your nephew's name?
I'm a Moranus.
Just making sure I was saying that correctly, sir. I'm a Moranus. Got you. Mr. Moranus, is that preferred by him, or
just call him Ima?
Ima. All right. I will keep that in mind.
And could you please keep our relation?
Like I said, I didn't even know, sir. And I'm looking at the flow chart of family relationships at Tarkin right now for HR. I didn't even know. I'm how many removed is this idiot? No problem. I will make sure he is safe, but as far away from you as possible.
I will not forget this. I return favors.
Yeah, that is how the Death Star goes round.
And now for the two more important matters. I know you've received a memo about Lord Vader's special guest.
Yes, a hairstylist?
Oh, no, not that guest. He arrived yesterday with a prisoner. She is very vital to our plans.
What is her name?
Organa, Leia.
Yes, I saw some, and I'm flipping through that. I saw some things that say about Mr. Organa being here as well. Cell block. Okay, yes. She's important, but does that have anything to do with this onboarding of these other people?
No, not really. But be sure to expedite the paperwork for all the security detail overtime costs. And make sure that it's billed to Vader's budget this time.
His budget is quite a lot of numbers and credits. I can make sure that he pays for it. Don't worry.
Yes, that dumb droid, he overcharged me several months in a row.
IC-42.
You really must do something about that one.
He's had 3 memory wipes. It hasn't done much to fix his proactivity. I will see if we can't get an engineer to look at him again. Sorry for the gross misconduct, sir. He should know better.
And lastly, for the most important one, how are the preparations for our first annual potluck dinner going?
The potluck dinner is set up. We have a total of 50 people signed up for making food, 25 made for bringing drinks, and at least another 25 to do decorations. Everyone is required to bring one dish, must cross off from the dish. The list of allergies are there for Lord Vader.
Yes, I've just been recently informed
he's gluten-free?
Oh, yes. Yes. I heard that was rather humorous as well. I heard that.
I didn't know he could eat through the mask.
I wasn't sure if it was true or not, but yes, that's hilarious.
Apparently, he can't have any gluten, so everything has been required to be gluten-free. It's going to be a very rice-forward party.
I have just been informed that the Emperor himself will grace us with his presence.
Oh. He loves red meat, so we will make sure.
He has one very important request.
Okay.
Absolutely no potato salad shall be served or even mentioned in his presence.
Should I have the droid mention potato salad to him, sir?
That might work.
Excellent.
Do not disappoint him. Am I understood?
I will do my best, sir. No potato salad shall be mentioned around him. And awesome. I will let him know that we have the note on no ixnay of the potato say, okay?
Yes, sounds good.
Are you going to join us this year? And how do you want me to keep you two separated? You and your relative.
If Ima's going to be there, I would probably prefer not. But since the Emperor will be...
Should Ima have to work instead?
Oh, yes. That would be rather helpful. Thank you.
Yep. I will make sure he is cleaning for the janitorial YouTube videos. Maybe Vader's toilets. I think those are the worst.
Yeah.
Gluten-free and all. Celiac's horrible.
You really on your job today.
I am always on my job, sir. Always.
I am impressed. I must go to and attend some other matters.
Excellent.
Talking out.
Now, as I hit the button, I'm like, of course he's named related to someone. Say moron. As I'm like hitting the button to turn it off.
Excuse me. Did you say
What's
something?
that? No, nothing at all. I see those 3 guests through here, sir. Click.
Click. Oh, just real quick. Was that loud? Was it like an earpiece? Was it loud enough to be audible to anyone eavesdropping?
No, that was definitely an earpiece.
That's what
Definitely an
I figured.
earpiece.
I just figured out. Right. So
Yeah. I mean, me saying gluten-free Vader, that was probably in this area, sitting at a table to the side. I see one of those benches, like the tables being ready to greet you 3, to kind of like wave you over.
The only person that might have heard it was IC-42. And IC-42, what are you doing at this moment?
I'm standing like right next, just like a lackey would. I did like act a little shocked when he mentioned the word Death Star, because certainly that should not be the name of this place.
What do you mean?
So
There's no rails anywhere.
I'll as a matter of fact, right as the conversation is done, I will say the following. I'll say, sir, I noticed you said Death Star. I shall remind you that this is the DS-1 orbital battle station. Thank you.
Yeah, have you seen the death count of people falling because we have no handrails?
Sorry, did you say count? I missed the other word.
Never mind, 42. Just bring the 3 over here that we're supposed to meet.
As
Certainly.
As you say that, you hear the cheers of the people behind you, and they almost like bull rush you forward as the doors start opening, and the first person coming out is Andy, and they all like running towards him, asking for autographs.
I just sigh and put my game face on.
I'll sign whatever mop handles that they put towards me. If they have maybe a scrub bucket, some rubber gloves. I got the felt tip marker I can use here. I got a whole pack right in my chest pocket.
I stand away from all the commotion, definitely. Like just.
There was 4 or 5 stormtroopers doing security detail, and they immediately start like trying to disperse the crowd.
And I'm waving them over. Come here, let's get this.
I'm telling them, no, it's okay. It's okay. I can take time. I can sign.
No,
everybody get
right
in
now,
a nice
sir.
orderly line. I can go through. I can greet each one of my fans.
Because 42 went over there to start pulling them over here.
Are you sending 42 over?
Yeah, I was like, 42, we have a potluck to finish. Let's get this onboarding over with.
Yeah, I already started walking towards the table. Like, once it's clear of people, I still try to avoid the crowd as much as I can while I make my way to the table.
Eimer looks over at Andy, and he goes, "You see? I told you I'm famous. They coming to see me." And he's like trying to wave at the people that are bull rushing, asking Andy for autographs.
Note to self.
I'm gonna lean over to Micah, the man who's doing the documentary with me, and I'm just kind of nodding, tossing my head towards Ima and talking a little bit low above everyone who's got gathered around it, just so Ima can't hear. And I tell him, one thing you learn when you're in my line of work is people skills, and I prefer to feed into people like this is delusion, because you never know where they might take you later.
As you say that, the stormtrooper nudges you to move forward towards Richard, and you already see that Furry has arrived in front of Richard.
Okay, I'm gonna spot like a scuff mark on the stormtrooper's helmet, and I'm just gonna take out a rag really quick and just buff it out a little bit for him.
Wow,
and then I will sign the rag and I will tuck it right there in his belt.
When you pull out the rag, you hear the murmurs. That's the rag. Oh my God, he pulled out the rag, and people are starting to clap.
Is it like a rebel mark with like a red circle and a line through it?
IC42 actually starts clapping as well because he's secretly a fan, so he starts clapping as well.
Anyway, I'm going to sign this rag, and I'm going to hold it out for anyone who wants to have it.
Oh no! You're
Dancing
gonna start
above my fans.
I'm looking almost
playfully.
shocked that he's like people are trying to get the dirty thing.
Have you ever been at one of those clubs where they put a bunch of balloons in the ceiling that have money in them, and then they drop it, and everyone dives to get the balloons and pop them to get the money out, and it just turns into an urban brawl?
That's exactly what's happening now. You hear one of the security stormtroopers go, shh, requesting more security detail.
Okay, here's what I'm doing. I'm taking the rag immediately when I see what's happening. They're all kind of crowded right here, a bit claustrophobic. I'm going to throw it over people's heads behind the mob
to make a line.
All right, I got a GM intrusion for you, IC42.
Right?
No.
So,
You take that.
I absolutely take it. Absolutely.
You take that and you like that intrusion.
That's right.
Who you giving the XP to?
I'm giving the other XP to I'm giving it to Eric. I'm giving it to Love Hand because that was great.
To be involved in this.
Yeah.
The rag unfortunately lands on your head.
Oh my god!
Perfect.
Is
I was like,
running
well, maybe
towards
this will
you.
fix him.
And the whole mob is running towards you.
Yeah.
And since they were ahead of the stormtroopers who are currently, circled around Andy, give me a speed defense roll, or unless you want to be totally tackled.
Okay, so I'll do that. Let me see. I'm definitely not trained at all in speed defense.
I'm just looking at horror.
We're gonna say it's a difficulty 3 roll.
All right. So I'll just I'm going to. I'm not going to pay effort. I have really low speed, so I'm just going to roll. Let me see.
Nice.
There we go.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Solid.
How did you manage to dodge this crowd as they all started coming towards you?
Right. So the thing is that as the rag lands on the head, it starts to slip down. So it slips down, falls on the floor, and as I go down to pick it up, like the first person flies over me, right? And then I stand back up, and then as I stand back up, another person flies behind me because they were going after my prone form, right? So then I start having all sorts of shenanigans with the rag. Just I start to try to balance it, but it just keeps jumping back and forth, and that's how I'm evading everybody, kind of like a goofy cartoon
Like
from
an
Disney.
online ploy.
Yeah,
How
like
I've been trying to kill you for the last 4 years.
so this looks exactly like all those old goofy movies from Disney. Like he's just like by trying to grab the rag, he's just accidentally missing everyone that's trying to tackle him.
And I'm just checking off the it didn't work thing on my list.
Yeah.
I'm still looking on in horror, like, oh my god, they're gonna.
I'm picturing Richard and Furry sort of step to the side to allow this whole thing to happen.
100%.
I'm not helping him at all. I'm just marking down.
Does Furry say anything to Richard when he gets in front of him?
Not while all that shenanigans is going on. As much as I don't want to be a part of it, I'm also one of those sips tea, wants to see all the drama type person. So I'm completely focused on what's going on in front of me.
As this is all this whole chaos is happening, you see that there's 5 or 6 more security guards rushing in, and these guys actually have weapons, and they starting to clear up the crowd. And maybe a minute goes by as they force everyone except for essential personnel to leave the bay at this moment, and they leave all of you empty alone with just Andy and Richard and IC.
Oh, thank God. So now that shenanigans is done, and also 42 SC, you can move fast when you need to. Can we sit down and get the onboarding process underway?
Let me do it first. My name is Ima. I know you probably heard, my Uncle Willie. He said I'm gonna be doing big things here. So
Sure did.
I'm ready to start my big things.
Yes, you're going to be helping Alan here doing his YouTube videos in the compactor areas.
Oh. Do I get a major role?
Well, that'll be up to the conversation we're about to have for when we sit down.
I'm just going to nod to look at Boomer. Another one of my entourage is a skinny, almost a emaciated guy. Like his clothes, there is no size small enough for this guy. Very, very pale. He has not seen the light of day very much, but this is, the latest, hot thing in janitorial work. And this guy is, I'm treating him as my protege. I'm not sure how long he's going to be listening to me though, but I look between him and I look between Ima, and I just shake my head.
Richard signed off on your entire entourage, so do you just give us the name of your five?
How many people do you have?
So, I have Micah, who is an Empire. He's doing a documentary on me.
Okay.
For the telecast for the Empire. Now, Micah here, very very experienced young man, from what I understand. I have this droid right here. I have like this shiny silver and black conical shaped droid next to me. It's got a couple little pinchers that come off of it, and he's got a buffing brush at the bottom. His name is Buzz.
His name is what?
Buzz.
Buzz the cleaning.
Don't pay him much attention, but he will get the floors of this. All of us on YouTube, we just call it the Death Star. Is that okay if I just keep, sir? If I just keep calling this the Death Star?
Sorry, actually, I shall correct you. It is known as the DS1 Orbital Battle Station. Thank you.
I look to you like this is what I deal with.
Okay, we will do our best, sir. And then this my protege, the skinny runt here. His name is Boomer.
Mm-hmm. And what does Boomer do?
Well, he don't talk much, but he can clean it. He can clean anything. Just with I'll just lean in a little bit, just like with a little guidance.
I see. So not as good with the wax on, wax off.
Yes, and then a little bit of wax on, wax off. The wax for this one is mostly off.
I see.
And then there's my two bodyguards right here.
You have bodyguards.
Yes, I'm not sure if it was. I'm not sure who assigned them to me. But
it wasn't me.
And, I'm going to point to the two stormtroopers next to me. They don't really say much. But
they don't.
I've named. I don't know what their names are. I'm going to lean into it. I named this one Kirby and this one Bobo. They seem to know each other, but I don't. I personally don't know who they are. But
right, we usually give them designations and ranks. So the fact that you have two stormtroopers working for you, I'm going to have to look into who brought them on board, and we're going to have to thoroughly investigate their background. I have a little.
My Uncle Willie told me they all clones, so I called them all Charlie. It seems to work for me.
I immediately lean into. I lean into.
I go, hey Charlie, and they always answer. Go for it.
I immediately I lean into Love Hand and I go, sorry, that might have been me by mistake, of course.
Your mistake? Like when you forgot to bill Vader? Tarkin?
I'm certain that designation 554753 and designation 53447 do not mind the work.
Oh, you do know that they're stormtroopers. You're 100% sure? You've checked under the helm?
Rather certain, probably.
Give me a number, a percentage. It seems to be something you're good at.
72.55555555555.
Please take your helmets off.
Oh my god.
Please, I would like to make sure that you're not spies.
And again, I'm just looking on in fascinated wonderment at all this drama that's happening in front of me. I just showed up and there's drama right in my lap. It's delicious.
I'm just going to give Boomer a light elbow, signaling him to just nod along with what these guys are saying.
Mika, the guy in charge of the documentary and your YouTube series, your head cameraman and business manager. He pulls out a stack of papers and he goes, I got this, Andy. Don't worry about it. I got this. And he hands the the stack of papers to Richard.
And I just immediately hand him to the droid.
He goes,
I immediately take them and I put them like right on the floor, like next to me for no reason.
He's like, those are all the copies of the contracts you signed. According to the contract, we have 17
Well, I'm double
days
checking the contracts now that you're here.
Yeah, we have 17 days to shoot. We are allowed to have 12 different camera angles.
No. I'm not. It's not the shooting. It's the bodyguards that I'm worried about in case there are spies. If I just let those people come through and all of a sudden a confidentiality agreement is broken because you brought 2 different people because they're in 4 uniforms and I cannot see what they look like. I'm just asking to see the faces.
You do know who my client is, right? Need I remind you that we have a 11:30 meet and greet?
Right?
We have a 11:30 meet and greet with Lord Vader. You know, he's a big fan.
Cannot have 2 possible spies without me double checking the facial profile pictures with what's under the helm.
But why would you send me the paperwork and have it signed in triplicate? Who does that in triplicate? I gave you everything, and now you're holding us up.
That's just to get onto the orbital battle station, the Death Star. To get on, you need to do triplicate. Now that you're here, we have to triple check again.
Mika turns around and he looks at Andy, and he like nods his head like, I got this.
This is not a big deal.
Sir, I don't think you understand the level at which that Mika here has operated. I'm sure you've seen his series called Lords of Sith in the Hot Tub.
No, I have not.
Investigative series,
shaking his head.
About Tatooine's, seedy underbelly.
No, I have not seen that either. Did he do Coruscant Nights and the Women Beneath?
I think it was the Wookiees Above, sir.
Nope, I haven't seen the Wookiees Above. Nope, sorry.
I think it was a whole series. It was a whole series. I mean, he's very, very much. He's got a lot of understanding about his entire, mating rituals on, of the Hutt clan.
I don't think that's appropriate to speak about here.
So while you guys are going back and forth, now the drama has died down. You guys are basically nerding out about movie titles.
Yep.
Basically, Foray, he speaks up finally, and he's likes to be short and sweet since he knows most people don't understand. He says, "We're here for a purpose." Like in Wookiee, though, whoever understands Wookiee understands where we're here for.
I turn and say, I believe the Wookiee is getting rather impatient. We may not want that.
So, what are you here to film exactly? What?
Shake that hut.
The what?
What? I'm sorry. That was the other video, the other documentary.
No, I did not see that one either. What are you here to film? And I keep eyeing the 2 bodyguards out of worry of them being the catastrophe and downfall of my entire career. What do you need to film today? I was told to make sure that he looks at the data pad that Mr. Moranis is involved in the shooting and production. Am I right to assume that Pharrell here is doing the hair and styling for the filming?
I say, I was hired, and Wookiee was saying I was hired to do the hair. He doesn't say specifically whose hair. He's like,
yes.
I was
Are you doing the makeup as well? They don't have as much hair.
You came from an agency. What's the name of that agency you came from? And you was hired by Lord Vader specifically.
Me?
Oh my God! Yeah, what agency you're from?
The agency. What's it? Oh,
don't make me make something up.
Yeah, no, you do it, Eric. Make it up.
Would it be Unified Wookiee Hair Anonymous or Wookified barbershops?
I like that. Wookified Barbers or Wookified Barbers Inc. or whatever.
Oh, Wookified Barbers. They are rather famous across the Outer Rim, actually.
So Fury, you actually have the paperwork that you could give Richard.
I hand it over.
I immediately give it to 42.
And you also have 11:45 appointment with Lord Vader.
And what time is it now?
It's around 11:10, 11:15.
How far of a travel is it from here to there? We can talk and walk, I guess.
Yeah, how far is it from where to where?
You in the lower decks, and Vader's quarters are high up, so you probably have like a 2-minute elevator ride.
Let's start making our way to the turbo lift. We can talk some more there. Here's some extra paperwork. I send. You have a data pad, Micah?
Micah pulls out what looks like. You ever seen like a bedazzled phone like Kim Kardashian? It has like the equivalent of the Mercedes-Benz logo, but it's
got the light on the back for selfies. I've seen those.
And he goes, "You still using data pads?" And he wipes it in front of you, and he has like all the information already.
Impressive. We're gonna have to confiscate that to check it over.
That was part of the initial equipment I posted up.
I looked at 42. I'm like, was that part of the initial equipment?
Verifying. Actually, I'm not sure.
And I look at the papers on the floor that you've been stacking up.
Can we at least film on the way?
Sure, yes. You can film all of this if you wish.
And you see him turn around, and the guy's, the cameraman behind him, he's been filming regardless.
Excellent. Not record every blunder and everything that could possibly happen. So yeah, let's make our way to the turbo lift, and we'll get you up to Lord Vader's meeting place. I do have planning for a very important meeting, and I looked to 42. We have to get the potluck ready. So, how long do you think you'll be with Lord Vader, and when should I come back to get you?
Oh, I'm assuming you're asking me. Or
anybody. Doesn't matter.
I know I have the meeting soon. I just addressed him first.
So what are you cutting exactly on Lord Vader?
And it basically just translates to, I don't know. I was just told to come talk to Vader about cutting hair, and he didn't say whose or what's, or I'm just here to cut hair for Vader.
Lord Vader does not have a lot of hair.
I interrupt, and I tell Richard in his ear. Said, "Sir, the percentage of people with hair in the battle station is actually 16%, and they are actually among the highest ranking members. He might actually be telling the truth."
Have you seen Lord Vader? He looks like a raisin, a painted white raisin. He has no hair.
I just shrugged.
Okay. I mean, Vader's meeting. Maybe he's getting manicured down below. I mean, that's possible, I guess.
You see, like,
yeah, Wookie, enjoy that job.
You hear like a little, like a Wookie guy. But, he's still clutching his, like, what is it, barber kit or whatever, his clipper.
Mm-hmm. He's still I believe you've made the Wookie ill, sir.
Put that on my resume, I guess.
You guys... as you guys are walking and having this conversation, you get in front of the elevator.
The turbo lift, yeah.
In front of the turbo lift. And the door opens, and you see a stormtrooper that's operating the lift. He's not brandishing a weapon or anything, but he's still in full stormtrooper attire. He goes, "What up?"
Hi, John. Turbo lift to go up. The group here has an appointment with Vader. It is all of you, correct?
I say 11:45.
All of you, or just you, Furel?
I thought I was doing something with sanitation.
Well, then we will drop him off with Vader, and then we will go down to sanitation for you afterwards.
He does have a meet and greet with Vader like 15 minutes after.
Oh, well, then you can wait in the lobby. Okay. So let's all make our way upstairs, and we can meet him. John, if you could open the turbo lift doors.
He goes, "Vader? Fancy." You do know this elevator doesn't go straight to Vader, though. You have to get off at section 57 and then cross off 2 corridors to the left to section 42, and then get on that elevator and then go up to the penthouse.
This place is built like a ball. Why isn't there just an elevator that goes up and down?
Hey man, I just press a button. I lift people up and I put them down.
Oh, I know, John, what you do. I hired you, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, but don't worry, come on, man. Everybody, come on, crowd in. Oh man, there's a lot of you. Crowd in. Everybody, come on, get in here.
It's just me pressed against the front of the elevator.
and anyone who's pressed against me notices immediately how soft my fur is compared to how it actually looks.
So it goes from discomfort to.
It depends on whoever.
I say I'm looking over and I see that Boomer is like giving you a full hug, and this kid is like, he's so skinny he is disappearing into your fur.
I'm just kind of like, while he gives me the hug, but like it's too small for me to actually do anything about it, so I'm just like, oh.
Just kind of that side pat.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
as you guys all get packed into the elevator and the doors close, the music kicks on, and it's like, I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. And you see...
I see 42 starts tapping on his leg.
I understand things can happen in close quarters like this, especially when a jam-packed elevator, and I just got my hand on my, breath freshener-sized bottle of potpourri.
Star Wars Banaka.
Oh boy. Oh.
This song is quite good. It's been a hit on the station since we started building it.
I was a young man when this song came out.
I heard a rumor that you were responsible for this song being in every elevator in every facility.
Well, yes, John. Yes, I am.
Oh no, I like this song. It's pretty good. But I was telling them that this is the jam.
When you mentioned that, when you guys started talking about the song, and you mentioned like he put it in every elevator, you see Foray, he kind of looks in the camera almost like the Office style, like.
It used to be No Greed War chants that sounds like hip hop, and we decided that was too offensive to the two No Greed that are on the station, so we changed it, and this is for everybody.
Yeah, it's a good tune.
Mm-hmm. I thought so, John. I thought so.
Good job. As the door opens, and the door opens, and since you were packed in there, whoever was closest to the door has like.
I'm immediately like pushing to get out.
Like stumbles out.
I wait for Boomer to get off.
Why we need a Turbolift operator? I mean, it's ridiculous.
I'm like I make hand motions to Boomer to like, you can go.
Hey, as you say that, John says, "Are you union bashing? Because you know this is a union job."
Of course not. I am for the unions, John. I'm for them. All of them. Not the Turbolift one as much, but all of the unions. Yes. It's funny that you all have basically the same DNA and somehow you each get to be in a union separately instead of as one person, which is what I voted for, that you are one person and should only be paid as one person.
And he goes, well, thank God you're not in charge. And as the doors close,
yes, John. Yes.
You see, like, Foray makes like a shocked face at the rude gesture that, John just did.
He's very rude. Turbolift 5, override, locked down, 10 hours in solitary confinement. I just locked the elevator, the Turbolift down. So we're going to have to go through Sector 57. 42 would love to tell you all about Sector 47 or 57. It's his favorite place.
I have my lint brush ready, and I'm looking over Boomer. But remarkably, and I'm going to comment to the Wookiee, remarkably, you shed very little.
I give you like that, finger gun type point. Like I don't say anything, but I give you the raised eyebrow, yeah, exactly.
I say, sir, this is I'm looking towards Micah with the camera, and I'm saying, that is the most well-groomed Wookiee I have ever met.
And upon hearing that, I'm assuming you said it loud enough to be audible. Like, I don't actually say anything, but inside I'm like, oh my God, he just complimented me. Like, I'm like clutching my my barber tools real close. Like, oh, he just complimented me. Don't actually say anything out loud though again.
As you guys are walking through the passageway towards the second elevator that's going to take you, that will lead to the third elevator that takes you up to the officers' quarters. Your data pad lights up.
I answer it.
Lord Vader appears.
Mr. Vader, and I move it in close like nobody else can be seen.
As this is happening, by the way, I'm giving like everybody else the entire story of this place. Like I am not shut up, and as a matter of fact, I'm actually saying the exact names of every single person who worked in this exact corridor, like nonstop. It's just
I'm a good HR person. I found the one thing you're worthwhile for. Tour guide.
Listen to the Captain.
Has my visitors, my special guests here, why are they not in my quarters?
We are on our way. Unfortunately, we have to go through Sector 57, Lord Vader.
For what purpose? Who is here?
To get to the other Turbolift to make it up to your place.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, there's no direct path unless there is a Turbolift you've built recently that I have not been informed of.
Speaking of which, I was in the urinal with John today. And he was complaining about that blasted music again.
We have tested it. It is better than the No-Gree war chants that sounds like hip-hop. People were offended by it, and we changed it to the simple song of dancing in the Tatooine rain. You know that is a very rare occurrence.
Perhaps maybe I could choke him out?
I locked him in the Turbolift for the next 10 hours so he could think about it. He complained about the Union as well, Lord Vader.
Oh, interesting. I haven't choked someone out in over 2 days, and I'm getting a little twitchy fingers.
Well, you will have a little bit of time as we travel through 57 to the next Turbolift. And I send him the Turbolift he's in. Feel free to talk with John all you want.
Maybe I will.
I will say that the hairstylist that we are bringing is quite well groomed. You did a fantastic job, Lord Vader, on picking him.
Thank you. I found him on Lego.
I heard he's very good at waxing.
I wouldn't know.
Sure, Lord Vader. Sure.
Could you have them come up as soon as possible? If they're not here within the next 15 minutes, I will be choking you out.
Well, Lord Vader, we are on our way. How long? Again, I look at the map, like the Death Star brochure map. How far are we?
You probably have, if you guys run, you'll probably make it there in 20 minutes.
Lord Vader, because of the layout of the Death Star, it is at least a 20-minute run. What I could do, if you would like, is send the Wookiee running. He may be faster than us. His sleek coat might be aerodynamic.
Oh, I forgot. Is Andy there? Let me see him. No.
And I turn the data pad around to 42, giving him the entire...
I'm not ready. No.
I turn it back around. Okay, Lord Vader. Are you a fan of Andy?
No, what makes you say that? Did he say my name?
I can make him say your name. Hey, Andy, could you say Lord Vader loud enough that maybe the mic would pick it up, sir?
Lord Vader!
There you go.
Oh, no.
Thank you. We're recording that for our own internal podcast that we are doing. Thank you. Lord Vader, welcome to the Death Star. This is my favorite place.
Why don't you bring all my guests as soon as possible?
I'm working as quickly as I can, Lord Vader.
And come up as well, because if you're late, I'm choking you out. Vader out.
But the potluck, sir.
He trails off.
He hangs up. We need to hurry. We have to be there in 15 minutes in a 20-minute run. So I hope you have your shoes on.
All right. So I'm going to. I'll let you tell. But are we going to verify whether we can get there in time, or?
I mean, quicker 42.
I'm not sure if my entourage and I would be able to get there in time, and I'm a little up in years. I was originally drafted in as a stormtrooper, but I've got a little bit of gout.
Ooh, I look around for like one of the transportation, like the little runabouts that are within the place.
You absolutely see a runabout.
Is there any runabouts?
You absolutely see a runabout.
Oh, excuse me. Is it like a bunch of stormtroopers on it?
No, actually, it's two janitors are sitting on there, and they're playing what looks like some sort of dominoes. It's tiles that they put down, and as soon as they put them down, they like holograph image of like a creature, and they fight each other.
Excuse me.
Star Wars universe version of Pokemon.
Excuse me, Samantha and Binjar. I am here requisition this runabout. We need to get to Lord Vader in the next 15 minutes, and walking is.
I'm on my break. And she turns around.
Excellent. But I was told for the potluck that you had to bring.
Talk to my union rep.
I am your union rep right now. I'm the nearest thing. I was going to say for your potluck dinner, if you'd like to bring an easier dish, I could arrange that.
I'm bringing my mama's potato salad.
I'm sorry, potatoes are not part of the list.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm gonna say.
Have you met Andy?
Have you followed my blog?
You see her turn around and she sort of looks. Could you give me a intellect roll or?
Dude, I will spend points to assist you.
Well, I got a plan if this doesn't work.
I'm going to spend points to give you an asset bonus to aid you.
Oh, you gave him an asset, right?
Yeah.
She turns around and says, "That's Andy Allen."
Andy.
Hey, hon, what you doing here? I heard you was coming here.
You heard I was coming here. I'm flattered, my dear.
No. You want to sit? Oh, hold on. What was her friend's name?
What was it?
Binjar and
Binjar and
Samantha and Binjar. Samantha and Binjar.
I have it written down.
You see her shake her head. Binjar, get up, and she starts like wiping the seat. Oh, sure, you could use it, hon.
And I'm going to take out another rag. I'm pulling a rag out of the thing in my pocket. I'm handing it to her. No, wipe it down with this.
You have it dispenser.
And I'm going to spray a little bit of Lysol on the end of it.
She takes it.
Space Lysol.
And she goes, she smells it. And she goes, "Is this Spice-All?"
Yes, but
Spice-All.
Well, my dear, it's not meant for faces. It's meant for...
I know, but we get to clean with this. And she pulls out this like a white bottle and it says Empire brand cleaning detergent. More uses.
Please.
Can I borrow this for a moment?
Hon, you could take it and keep it. Do whatever you want.
I'm taking that. I'm turning over. I'm going to turn to Richard here.
Yes.
I'm like, you're having them clean with this schlock?
Unfortunately.
And I throw it against the wall so the entire thing just splatters.
You see, he's like, he doesn't want to get on and back to jump.
And you see Buzz go.
This is it. This
starts sucking it up.
I'm like, this causes cancer. I saw a coworker's fingers melt, just melt off right in front of my eyes.
Oh, do you have video of that?
That is why I began my video.
I see. So, if you are to cut it properly in a ratio of 2 to 4 and use it, it does not cause cancer for at least 50 years. So there's no problem.
Then be my guest and you give it a try yourself.
I have used it numerous times to clean my apartment. 42
in the proper ratio, of course. And I'm going to turn over to IC42. I'm going to say, IC42.
God damn it.
Does he speak truthfully?
Oh, IC42. I'm sorry.
No, are you asking me if he's saying the truth?
Is he speaking the truth that he cleans with this schlock? And tell me, how many staff have you lost to cancer?
0.
Actually, sir.
With this schlock?
Actually, sir, after the previous 20 people were fired, it has been me been doing the cleaning for him.
Oh my god.
Remember the ratio of choking out to dying from cancer? It's a much higher margin than cancer.
Oh boy.
No, I'm turning to Micah with the camera, and I'm just telling him, if we don't clear this up with Lord Vader, then we're talking to our union.
Well, have fun with that.
You see the female janitor. She goes, "I hear that," and then she looks at Richard and goes,
Samantha, have you done your exit interview yet?
Let's talk to my rep."
I did talk to your rep. Your rep says your exit interview should have been last week, and you're on break right now. Technically, we should be doing your exit interview. Could you please get off of the runabout, and we'll do your exit interview right now.
When you say right now, Foray, he like taps his wrist.
Exactly.
She gets up and she goes, "I ain't signing nothing."
As soon as she gets up, I jump in the seat.
And you see them start to walk down the corridor.
Thank you for your thing, and terminated. Okay. Cool.
I hop in the front available seat. Shotgun.
Let's go. Who drives usually between me and 42?
I drive it.
All right.
Oh, if you're driving, I sit in the back then. If there's a front and back, I'm unfamiliar with these little.
42. I'm not gonna make you roll, but do you know how to drive a runabout?
I actually, the thing is, I do have. I'm trained in navigating the interior of the Death Star, so make that count.
You probably are pretty good at driving a runabout.
Yeah. So do you need a roll for that, or?
No.
Okay.
So you make it
like Death Star.
No. Actually, the runabout is actually heading on the wrong direction. So we get in, and then I'm trying to like kind of back it up into the right direction, and it takes us like a long time. You know, like that scene in
Benny Hill's plan.
Yeah, so, exactly. Just trying to get it little by little, but the corridor's too short.
No,
too narrow.
If you just turn all the way before you move, it's like parallel parking.
And while they're doing this, I'm going to yell to the ladies, Binjar and
Samantha.
Shauna, was it?
Samantha, who is currently getting her termination papers.
Remember, Spice all cleans all your wear.
As Bonnie turns it around, I picture Richard and Mika both shaking their head in frustration for two different reasons.
Yep. And she gets her data pad and it just goes, terminated, clean locker.
And Icy makes it across to the next elevator. And this elevator, you notice, doesn't have a normal stormtrooper. It has one of the Red Guard stormtroopers, the Imperial Guard.
Serious business
my sister, I swear.
And as soon as you get to the door, he looks at Richard and he goes, "Verification, please."
I pull up the data pad. Is this my sister?
What's your
Remember, I said my sister's a Crimson. She's one of the Royal Guard.
What's your sister's name again?
My sister is Kay.
She goes,
Kay.
"Verification, please." You can't really tell because the mask hides.
Kay, is that you in there?
I immediately turn to him and say, "Sir, there's a 98% correlation between the tone of her voice and your sister."
Kay, it's me. It's your brother. We're going to see Lord Vader. We're running late.
Shit, Richard, I can't lose this job. Just answer the freaking question.
Here's the papers. Let's go.
So she scans it and then she steps to the side and the elevator opens.
Kay, I know I'm a disappointment to the parents, but you are a pain in my ass.
She walks in and closes the elevator door closes behind her as your guys once again all get crammed in. But this elevator is a little more spacious.
Freight elevator.
Yeah. And it has actually monitors, running across the top, and it's like different images of angles of the Death Star and the construction of the Death Star.
And I go on another diatribe, like I just start going at it again.
Oh, he's gonna tell you about the Geonosians. Get ready.
Oh, right, of course, the Geonosians. So back in the year 754, and then I just.
She goes.
Anyway, so
okay.
Well, what is the state of the of the panel with all the buttons for the floors.
Who you saying that to?
Well, I'm curious about asking you. Like, is this a pretty clean elevator or no?
This elevator is spotless.
It's spotless.
This is Vader's private elevator.
Oh, I was reflexively taking out my my key ring that has about 17 different toothbrushes on it. But
come on, let me rephrase that. It's spotless for Death Star standards.
oh,
That means there's tire marks and cracks, but the walls are clean.
Seeing that there's some of that really hard to get, gunk around some of the buttons, the circle buttons right there. That
like
elevator.
Your mouse.
I'm taking one of the more stiffer bristle brushes out, and I'm just going to start scrubbing right there as we are.
So, do you do this throughout an entire place of this space, Andy?
I'm really curious about whether you allow this in this entire space of
I'm
what
HR.
you have.
I am not, as has been informed at least 3 times since we've gotten here, I don't run the union. So the lazy janitors that we have are because of the union.
Well, then, must be a problem with leadership.
I 100% agree, because the leadership is not me. I terminated 2 different leaders, and it just keeps getting worse.
As you guys are having this conversation, Ima is standing next to Furry and Icy, and he's
Purell. It's like
Purell.
It's like a hair product.
He's standing next to Purell and Icy, and he's like, "Dang, this is my first day on the job, and I'm already going to see Lord Vader."
Actually, you're waiting in the elevator.
Oh.
Oh.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
Or you're cleaning it, as Andy has said, it is dirty, and we can't have Lord Vader's elevator dirty.
Richard, I don't think you understand.
What do you mean?
Ima was informing each of us that in about 5 to 6 weeks, he was going to be taking Lord Vader's job.
Okay. Well, so is that something you wish to say to Lord Vader?
Well, if you were nervous, I'm sure that I could.
I'm going to use my fast talk action right now.
All right.
I'm going to fast talk. I was informed that you just now want to speak to Lord Vader about how you're taking his job, right?
Yeah, maybe I said that once or twice. But,
do you have that recorded? I would love to play it back for Lord Vader.
You immediately, what you call it? Micah recorded everything.
Sure. I would love to play that for Lord Vader, Micah, if we could pull that up, unless you would prefer to clean the elevator.
You do know who my Uncle Willie is.
I know.
Don't make me pull the Uncle Willie card.
Do you want to call him too?
Maybe.
I have him on speed dial.
You see, he's looking around for support to see if anybody wants to give us.
I will call Mr. Tarkin right now.
You see, Foray is just like,
no?
like looking at his nails again, like.
Give me a fast talk roll.
Yep.
Because you obviously bluffing. Because
yes. So speaking of intelligent creature, I'm going to do fast talk.
Dumb, so I'm gonna say
it cost me 1 intellect. I'm going to spend another 3 because I'm probably going to get choked out up here to lower. I'll make my intellect roll here for you. I spent 1 effort, took the points out, so. I would beat a 5, but I lowered it to a 4, and I got a special.
He grabs the toothbrush from the hand.
Make sure you scrub all the buttons. Mr. Tarkin, your nephew is doing a great job. Is it like we're walking out of the...
As the elevator is opening, you guys are walking out, you hear, "I'm going to call my mama." As he's scraping onto the elevator with the toothbrush.
Who owns you now? So as it closes, I turn and I just do this thing to him.
You also see your sister shaking her head. Because she doesn't come out of the elevator. She's in the elevator.
She shouldn't. She's good at her job.
The elevator, unlike the other elevators, this one leads directly into Lord Vader's quarters.
Like a lobby and then the quarters?
No, there's an abnormally long hallway.
Of course there is.
I mean, I have like a 3 or 4 minute walk down this hallway, and you see that there's a desk with someone and a holographic image floating in front of the desk, and 2 of those red guards are just standing at the bottom of the stairs. But it seems like, we're talking like super long hallway, 2-3 minute walk down this needless hallway for no reason whatsoever.
42, announce us for here. It'll make us on time even though it's a long walk.
All right, so I do that.
How do you do it?
Like that 3-minute walk, he's just announcing the whole time. So now we're on time.
Do the announcement, I see.
All right. You mean to announce that we're here?
Yeah, just
give me
act it
out. Yeah.
Right. So
and suddenly Buzz sees the state of the floor tiles here, and you just hear this little droid just rev up, and those brushes are just spinning, and it's echoing in this long hallway.
As soon as that those droids start cleaning, you see that all the way in, this abnormally long hallway, the 2 red guard, they brandishing staves that look like has like a vibro blade on the top of it, and they immediately go into like a defensive posture.
Oh boy.
42.
no, it's okay. We're here for Lord Vader. We've been summoned. These are just cleaning droids. Nothing out of the ordinary.
You hear, stand down, I didn't expecting them. You do know that you're about, how long is it? 13 minutes late.
No, we're not. We are on time.
We are certainly on time, Lord Vader.
All of you come up, I want to get a better look at you.
Is the camera cut to a side shot of us just slowly walking down the hall? Having a long conversation.
What's the order? Like, who's in the front, who's in the back?
Oh, I'm not in the front. I don't want to get choked right away.
I'm in the front. I'm in the front as I'm guiding everybody through the. Through the
Yeah. All right, so you guys make this abnormally long walk, and it's
The thing is that it's abnormally long, but then I walk kind of like C-3PO, so it makes it even longer. It's like I'm like a pace car. I'm like the pace car for everybody.
Not to mention my gout because of the how bad the health.
Yeah.
And unlike the corridors, he actually has a marble floor, so you hear the metal on marble that IC-42 is making every time he takes
horrible. It's horrible.
I need to get you roller skates. You're so slow.
As you get to the steps, you see them open up, and he goes, come on. Yeah, I would like to show you some stuff. Is Andy here? I can't quite see him.
I push Andy to the front.
Your guys make it up to the top, and now you see Lord Vader sitting behind what looks like a oak type desk with metal trim, and he has hovering over it is a holographic image of Andy's latest episode. And to the side of him, you see crates that says potatoes from Dagobah.
What? No.
And Jovan mayonnaise. There's like 7.
Oh no, I'm so screwed.
He goes. He gets up. Vader gets up.
I stand at attention.
Pardon me. Can I shake your hand, Andy? I am a huge fan. As you can see, I'm watching your latest takeover video.
Lord Vader, it is me who wishes to shake your hand, and I'm just going to politely take off my hat. The lights on the top of his office definitely reflecting off of my shiny scalp there, and I'm going to just pull out my hand and give Lord Vader a shake.
You go to shake his hand, and he pulls you in and gives you like a bro hug, like he puts his hand over your head. and then he like immediately lets you go and then like stiffens up again.
I'm going to stiffen up too. Clear my throat.
Is that Florell?
What?
I point at myself after I hear my name uttered. I'm just like I don't say anything to Vader. I'm just like,
yes, come forward. Are you the stylist that I sent for?
Is it? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You see him press something at the table, and then all of a sudden, the desk spreads out, and from underneath the ground comes a barber chair with several seats on either end for your guys, like visitors to sit, and it comes up with magazines. What kind of magazines are on the side that are waiting by the barber?
Oh my gosh. Like stylist magazines?
Oh, any kind of magazine that you would see at a barbershop.
Well, definitely there's some magazines from Wookified Barbers Inc. There's definitely some of those bad boys in there.
Coruscant's latest hairstyles. What else would we have? Rebels' bad dues.
Good base keeping.
And actually, on one of the covers of the Wookiees, Wookified Barbers Inc., you see a very flattering photo of Foray doing like a very fashionista type pose, and his hair looks like they look like that a fan on him or something. And yeah,
you see Vader sit down
in the barber chair.
Yeah, and he goes, I have a very important engagement I must attend. We're having our first potluck dinner, and I found out that that the Emperor is attending.
Did you get the note about the no potato salad, sir?
No potato salad?
Oh, immediately when he says, when he mentions the no potato salad part, I'm going to use a cipher. I have a cipher, link it here, right? Called the responsibility avoidance subroutine. And immediately when he mentions it, I am going to find a perfect location to hide.
Oh, okay.
And when you turn back around, I'm using fast change. I'm immediately wearing a barber's apron and have one in my hand for the Wookiee.
He goes, how did you know I was making potato salad?
So there are boxes of potatoes and mayo next to you, and I got a mention from General Tarkin that apparently there is to be no potato salad or mention of potato salad anywhere next to the Emperor. And I'm doing this while the Wookiee's getting ready to do whatever he's doing to him, hoping it keeps him calm.
He sits down in the chair and he goes, dang, that potato salad is all I had.
Oh, well, then we'll have to take something from someone else and give it to you and say you brought it, sir.
I'm assuming next to this barber chair, there's all sorts of things that I would need for my barbering, like you have
everything that's available to you. So
I walk up when he sits down. I start, even though he's having that conversation, I kind of ignore it, and I flap on that plastic or vinyl thing around him, and he's still wearing his helmet, right?
As you say that, the device comes from up top, and it slowly pulls his helmet off.
Oh, I was hoping you were putting a wig on the helmet.
And you see him go into his pocket, and he pulls out a crumbled paper, and he hands it to you.
I take it.
Oh, no.
And he goes, this is the look I'm going for. What do you think?
I look at it. What is it?
I'm going to change it. It'll be the image of me up.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes!
You're going to need a lot of makeup. Should I get the spray paint?
I look at this.
This is where we will take our first break.
Before we do that, you just see very comical. I look at the picture. I look at Vader. I'm assuming the helmet is off at this point. What do I see when the helmet's off?
You literally see the 3 hairs Homer Simpson has that goes across his head.
And I'm going
pasty
to
old white raisin.
Order Boomer.
An open boiled
get the dustpan and the broom.
So yeah, I look at the photo, look at him, look at the photo, look at him.
We'll role play this out after the break.
And look at the camera, just like The Office.
No.
All right, and with that, we're gonna take a quick break. So from us at the CU and CU and Company, we will see you in a little bit.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
All right. We are now